Alright, so this decode's going to be on gold, alchemy, the date March 20th, the periodic table, consciousness, and the Society of Jesus. And specifically with alchemy, mental alchemy, about transferring one state of consciousness to a higher one, in which I'll just go ahead and say, as far as the periodic table goes, it was seemingly, I'd have to do more research, obviously, but seemingly, if you have a decent understanding of this knowledge already, you can probably see that it was constructed by alchemists and, well, obviously, and Kabbalists with the numbers, numerologists, whatever. So yeah, but just to get into it, March 20th, obviously a date that is written here in the US, 3/20, like 32, Christ equals 32. This is important because Jesus is a personification of the sun, and the sun is represented by gold in alchemy. Gold, represents purity. So you think of a pure consciousness, a high consciousness, so you see how that fits. AU is the symbol for gold on the periodic table, and AU equals 32, and this is why the Jesuit logo has 32 sun rays. The main goal of alchemy is to turn lead into gold, and alchemy equals 32. Also keep in mind for later that Buddha, a similar figure to Christ, with enlightenment, the sun, all that, Buddha equals 32 as well. Transmutation equals 32 and 131, as the word transmutation dates back to alchemy. And, alchemy is about transmutation of metals. Mental alchemy, transmutation of states of mind, from, you go from lead to gold, or, in other words, Saturnian consciousness to solar consciousness, pure consciousness, Christ consciousness, because Saturn, or lead's planet, is Saturn, and the celestial body for gold, of course, the sun. But, and of course 131, the 32nd prime number. Interestingly, the phrase transmutation of matter equals 131 as well. Again, 32nd prime number. And the word mastered equals 131, which is the 32nd prime number. So, of course, the Catholic Church is responsible for the English language we know today and the Gregorian calendar. They are Kabbalists, alchemists, all that. And that's why the world has been in the palm of their hand for a long time. Especially with the creation of the Society of Jesus, and then the later, Jesuit order. That is the New World Order. But Society of Jesus is their more formal name, and Society of Jesus is a phrase that equates to 79. And March 20th is on the 79th day of the year. In non-leap years, of course. Gold is the 79th element on the periodic table. Periodic table. Lead and gold. And light. All those phrases and words equal 79. Of course, light, illumination, Illuminati, which the Illuminati is a Jesuit creation. literally created by a Jesuit priest, but, enlightenment, sun, all those connections. Furthermore, the prefix for chemistry is chem. And, of course, chem is in alchemy as well. And this prefix for chemistry equals 79 also. Mental alchemy is about transforming one state of consciousness to another, ideally a higher one. That's the goal. And, it's about self-mastery, the road to self-mastery. Activating the Christ within, striving for Christ consciousness. And lead represents total unconsciousness. So we're going from one end of the spectrum to the other here, as gold represents total consciousness, pure consciousness. I guess I'll just go ahead and say with the 22, and I'll repeat this several times throughout. 79 is the 22nd prime number. That's why this really fits. Your prime number relationships are very important. But having said this, there are 22 main symbols in alchemy. Lead and gold are two of those 22 main symbols. Lead equals 22. AU, the symbol for gold, equals 22. Like I said, gold, the 79th element on the periodic table. Light equals 79. Wisdom equals 79. Gnosis equals 79. And, just repeating myself, 79 is the 22nd prime number. In addition, and this is very, very important info here, this is where the self-mastery comes in. Because remember, mental alchemy, transforming one state of consciousness to another. And personally, in my life, I can tell you this is all facts. This is not mystical woo-woo bullshit. This is facts. I literally came from Saturnian consciousness, all the way up to, you could say, solar consciousness, a golden consciousness, sun consciousness, whatever. Christ conscious, right? As Jesus represents the sun. I mean, I literally did this in my own life, so I'm not just somebody on here, this is all, the power you have is incredible. Everybody. But yeah, so mind, all these words, right? All these words equal 22. Mind, guru, Buddha, master, and Lord. And this is a master number. Did I not even say that? See, I didn't even say that. I'll go back and add that. But 22 is a master number. That's why this is, it really couldn't be more fitting. I always say that because this knowledge just makes too much sense to me. But, for those that know, I just know this. It's so, all this is so ingrained in me because I've been on this knowledge for a while that I just don't put obvious, stuff in here sometimes that others might not know. So yeah, just forgive me. But yeah, 22 is the second master number. There's 11, 22, and 33. But, you just see, it's all about the state within, truly. And interestingly, that word within equals 79 again, 22nd prime number. And going back to the periodic table, the inventor of it died on 2/2, February 2nd, for another 22. And I will add, another big number to the occult, to these people that, hold all this knowledge and, do all these rituals. I'm not saying it's all them or by man, but, a lot of it is. And, February 2nd is on the 33rd day of the year.
And there was probably some 33 connections I could put in, but I saw a couple of things, but I was like, whatever. And as the majority of the elements on the periodic table can be found in nature, it's worthy to point out that nature equals 79 as well. Again, the 22nd prime number.
And how I was talking about the prefix Kim, how it equals 79, and of course 79 the 22nd prime number.
Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Peace.